Have you ever noticed how once your bank account crosses a certain threshold, say $20,000, the way money feels starts to change? Not dramatically, not overnight, but in subtle ways that quietly shape your choices, often against your long-term interest. Let's step into a scenario most of us in the US and Europe can relate to. Imagine a young professional. Let's call her Emma. She earns $60,000 a year. After taxes, that's roughly $45,000 take-home. She has a modest apartment, a car loan, and a few student loans she's still chipping away at. Now, life isn't cheap. Rent or mortgage takes $1,500 a month. Utilities, groceries, insurance, another $1,000. Car payment, $400. Minimum student loan repayment, $300. Credit card spending on dinners, weekend trips, streaming, tech gadgets, $800. By the time she's paid the bills, about $1,800 is left. That's $21,600 a year. At first glance, $21,600 sounds like a lot of freedom, but here's the hidden mistake. The moment you cross that $20,000 mark, something subtle happens psychologically. We start thinking in round numbers. Suddenly, $1,000 here or $500 there feels small. That weekend getaway? Just $500. The new phone? $1,200. No big deal. After all, we have $20,000 in the bank. But let's do the math realistically. If Emma spends an extra $500 every month on lifestyle upgrades, that's $6,000 a year. Add just one impulsive purchase of $1,200 for gadgets, and suddenly she's spending $7,200 of her apparent extra money. That's a third of the $20,000 buffer gone in months, not years. Why do we do this? Psychologists call it the mental accounting trap. We separate our money into abstract buckets like rent money, fun money, savings. But in reality, all money is fungible. Crossing $20,000 triggers a false sense of security. Our brain relaxes as if we've reached a safe zone, even though the underlying cash flow hasn't improved. The long-term impact is subtle but real. Overspending here and there can prevent meaningful investments, delay real financial independence, and quietly compound interest lost in missed opportunities. 10 years down the road, that $7,200 fund drain becomes closer to $10,000 or more in lost growth. Now, here's where perspective shifts. Financially intelligent people think differently, not by denying themselves, but by redefining what safe money means. They don't celebrate crossing a threshold like $20,000 as an excuse to upgrade life arbitrarily. Instead, they see it as a checkpoint. Can this money work for me if I leave it untouched, or am I just letting lifestyle creep quietly erode it? They understand that $20,000 isn't freedom, it's leverage. It's the starting line for meaningful growth, not the finish line for comfort spending. Decisions made at this stage shape the next decade of financial options, far more than the thrill of a single purchase ever will. So, if you notice yourself relaxing your spending the moment the numbers look healthy, pause. Ask yourself, is this choice adding real value to my future, or am I just letting a psychological safety net fool me? That clarity, simple, unemotional, reality-based, is where long-term financial intelligence begins. Closing shot, soft fade to city lights. No gimmicks, no hype, just awareness. And in a world where money feels like it changes faster than life itself, awareness is worth far more than a quick thrill. If this perspective made you think, consider subscribing just for more calm, analytical takes on money that actually makes sense.